You matter. Everyone knows this small fact, but we really don't think about it. You have an impact on people, sometimes good and sometimes bad. In my life, I've had people impact my life in negative ways, and I've also had several people who've impacted my life in positive ways. It was my first year at St. Stephen's. I was in the class of 2018. In case you were wondering, that does mean I'm a forever Falcon, as well it is my 15th year here. My mom wanted me to audition for the school musical Anything Goes. I did and continued every year since. At some point, it went from my mom wanting me to do it to I wanted to do it. This is all because of Mr. Boyd and Mr. Marshall. I had these two men as teachers for 12 years. They made music, singing, and drama fun. They listened and cared about what I thought and felt. These two teachers had sparked my love of musicals, and as you can tell, I still love them today. Through the years, I've worked hard to be able to sing, act, and dance. Because of these two men, Mr. Boyd and Mr. Marshall, I know that I want to perform for the rest of my life. In second grade, I was diagnosed with dyslexia and other learning disabilities. This explains a lot about me, including why I needed to repeat kindergarten. In second grade, all my friends could read, except for me. They all had nice handwriting, except for me. They could all spell and do math, and as I'm sure you can tell, except for me. My grades were bad, and I was doing really poorly in school. But after being diagnosed, I met one of the most influential people in my life, Miss Lila Hadaway. Lila started as my tutor and ended as my second mom and best friend. She made learning fun and was super patient with me. But she did more than just teach me to read, write, and spell. She gave me advice and supported me and listened to me. She tutored me 3 days a week from second grade to 8th grade. I never saw my life without her helping me. And then one day in 8th grade, I was studying science with her, and she said that what I was learning had surpassed her knowledge, and she wouldn't be able to help me after that year. Lila taught me everything. Because of her, I now do well in school. She taught me how my brain learned new information and how I'll always have dyslexia and my other learning disabilities. But thanks to Lila, I'm able to cope with it. My freshman year, my youth group got a new youth leader, Candace. Candace is a role model, mentor, and friend. I tell her just as much as I tell my own mother. She gives me advice and makes me want to be the best version of myself. I talk to her about everything from boy problems to things even going on at school or home. She convinced me to leave home for 3 weeks last summer to volunteer at a camp. I would have never done this otherwise. The relationships I've built with her makes me want to mentor others in the same way that she's been there for me. Coach Munson is my favorite cheerleading coach. She knows the best and worst for me. I treat her just like I treat my own mom. I tell her everything, and I hate to disappoint her. The only difference is if I accidentally say something I shouldn't, she makes me run a lap where my mom just gasps and tells me not to say it again. Coach Munson always sees my potential. She saw me as a leader and helped me when it came to being captain this year. She saw how much I cared about the team and how much I wanted us to be able to do the cool stunts the other schools could do. She was also the one who could talk sense into me when my wrists needed a break. The athletic and leadership skills she taught me will be with me forever. Last year, on the first day of school, I met Miss Murphy when I had her for 6-period study hall. Until this day, I had little to no interaction with her. I also had no idea how long she could talk to you about the things she cares about. This is a really long time. After weeks of convincing me, I finally decided to try out for mock trial. If you had told me that first day of school it would be one of the best choices I ever made in high school, I would have laughed at you. Miss Murphy and Jim Delgado are two more people who have been a huge influence in my life. They've helped me gain confidence inside and outside of the courtroom. Mock trial brings all different people together, artists, actors, athletes, scholars, from all different ages and grades as well. I've really enjoyed meeting new people. Classmates that you would never talk to become some of your best friends. It's a community I didn't know I needed. Obviously, all of these people I've mentioned have had a good impact on my life. I feel so lucky that they're here to support and guide me. Unfortunately, there have been people that have really hurt me too. In 6th grade, I was finally old enough to join the youth group at my church. At that time, we didn't have Candace. So despite the fact I had grown up there, when I joined the youth group, I didn't have any friends. The girls who had been my friends decided they no longer liked me. I was picked on and ignored. We would go on trips and all the girls in the group would leave me behind, so I would have to hang out with just my mom the whole time. One time we went to Disney Quest. We were all meeting up to leave, and this girl who was never that nice to me came up to me and my mom, really upset, and she was complaining that she had to do one of the many activities by herself, to which my mom responded with, "Oh, you mean like Olivia did the entire night?" You'd think she would have seen the error of her ways, but nope. Until she graduated, she continued to give me a hard time. As everyone in this room knows, friends are really important to have. I've had a lot of different friends over the many years I've been here. Friends can have a good impact on you. They build your self-esteem, give you a community, or a family that you love. But in my case, friends have negatively impacted me more than positively impacted me. Over the years, I've had friends mistreat me and leave. The result is low self-esteem, lack of confidence, and trust issues. Being mistreated by friends and peers has become such a problem over the years that classes and activities I loved, I hated and dreaded going to. We are told over and over that we matter, but I don't think we really understand what that means until we've heard how people have impacted a person's life. The people I mentioned in this speech and many others have helped shape me into who I am. When you go to say a rude remark or to someone in one of your classes, think of how that phrase could alter their life forever. Even a simple, "you're so stupid," can impact a person in a negative way. Think about how you treat people and what you say to them, because what might seem like an unimportant action or phrase to you could change how a person feels about themselves forever. Thank you.